Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, October 6th, 2016. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. A few weeks removed from locking up his fourth consecutive top 8 Olympia finish, men's physique superstar Jason Poston is already back on the grind. This week, the Poston camp released some new training footage from a devastating shoulder workout as they begin to make the transition into off-season mode. Once again, Poston finished the year as one of the premier talents in the game, recording top 10 finishes at both the Arnold and Olympia. And despite not quite hitting the mark, as many predicted back in Vegas, at 100% Jason Poston is still more than capable of handing anyone in the men's physique division a swift defeat. With a few slight tweaks, look for Poston to bounce back and be right in the thick of things again for next year's Arnold Classic. Jason Poston isn't the only men's physique star back in action these days. After a standout season that included a win at the Puerto Rico Pro and a handful of top 5 finishes, second-year pro Savois is already back to work. New back training footage shows a much bigger and fuller looking Savois getting in the gym and training like a man whose intent is to come in next year and elevate his game to the next level. During his first 2 seasons on the pro circuit, we've seen Savois show flashes of brilliance at times. So if he can add some new muscle in the right places and bring his conditioning up just a few notches, year 3 will have a chance to be something very special. Operation 2017 Takeover seems to be going off without a hitch for New Jersey's own Nick Tragilli. Recently, an absolutely massive-looking Tragilli was spotted sneaking in a late-night chest session in preparation for his return to the stage sometime next season. Late last year, a very impressive-looking Tragilli snuck in under the radar to make his pro debut at the Atlantic City Pro and wound up taking an impressive 6th place in a lineup that included a handful of Olympians. With an entire year at his disposal to focus on bodybuilding, Tragilli might be a dark horse to sneak in and do some serious damage at a couple of shows by the end of next season. And if he's able to deliver on the type of dynamic performances that he's been promising, collecting a win or 2 before all is said and done doesn't seem to be out of the question. 2 weeks after dropping the collective jaws of everyone in attendance for his classic Physique Olympia debut, rookie superstar in the making, Terrence Ruffin doesn't look like he's missed a beat. In a division full of new stars, Ruffin was one of the real bright spots in classic physique this year. At just 22 years old, Ruffin is still only beginning to scratch the surface of his enormous potential. And with a few more years of seasoning under his belt, it isn't hard to imagine him as the heir apparent to the classic Olympia crown. If he can add muscle in the right areas without sacrificing any of that crazy conditioning and beautiful lines, there's a great chance that next year can be his breakout season. Beast mode has officially been activated for rising women's physique pro Hanna Hallman. New footage surfaced of the third-year pro putting in some serious off-season work recently as she prepares to come back next season and make her presence felt. Hallman has a world-class work ethic, and she's managed to make some serious improvements each and every year since she won her pro card back at the 2013 NPC Nationals. This year was probably the best of Hallman's pro career, and the look she brought into the Mile High Pro back in early June may have been her best ever. If she can add some strategic muscle in a couple of key areas, 2017 may wind up being her breakout season. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.